Do you know your blood type?
I don't know. I do not know my blood type.
I know.
I've
I think
only.
mine O, I think.
Is that good?
Well, I mean, I know there's 3 different types, right? There's O, A, B, and AB.
Yeah.
Yeah, and AB
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rare one, right?
AB is the rare one.
I mean, I should know because I have like a blood disease. So I used to have a medical bracelet.
Yeah, you probably should
you
know.
probably
I
should
should
know,
know.
shouldn't you?
I used to have a medical bracelet that would be like, you know, if I am bleeding, please give me this thing specifically. And then,
Do you know what your parents are?
No, but then I lost the medical bracelet, so I don't know where it is. So
The one thing you probably shouldn't lose.
so I actually haven't got a replacement. It's been like a few years now. So it's just
Wait, are you meant to like wear that always?
not meant to. It's just like a suggestion from the doctor.
What blows my mind? What blows my mind though is that in Japan, at least like in Japanese schools, like you can get bullied for your blood type.
That's epic.
Damn, man,
Yeah.
that's next level bullying.
It's like, oh, you're an A type.
That's
right?
just
It's like-
racism with extra steps, man.
Yeah.
That's-
That does sound like an excuse. It's like, I bet he's a filthy O type.
yeah, you can't hang out with us O types because you're an A type, right? And like because
Why does everyone know each other's blood type?
yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
because like when you do like health checkups.
Oh yeah, we did that.
Yeah, I haven't
we
done
can
I haven't
talk
done
about
mine
that.
yet,
Oh
but it
my
should be
God,
written
God.
on your thing.
That was so strange.
So
Really?
to explain, since we're signed with Geeks Plus, we are technically under their health insurance, and their company policy is that we have to get a health checkup once a year,
which everyone in Japan has to do is work.
which everyone in Japan has twice a year. Okay, we have-
Twice?
We've been here for 1 year already, Malin, but we've already had one checkup. How does that work? Okay.
Oh, that was good.
Okay, so we're supposed to go twice,
Very
but we've
professional.
only just been once. And it was weird because
it's bizarre.
it was weird seeing how efficient a health system can be.
Yeah.
How long did it take? Because I haven't
So,
gone yet.
It
but-
took about 20 minutes.
Oh,
to
it was
get
like 30. It was like 30.
okay, well,
Still, that's
So
fucking
in
quick.
30 minutes, you do an X-ray, your blood pressure, you get weighed, you get blood taken, you do a hearing and sight test.
Yeah.
You talk to a doctor who will talk to you,
and then you do a cardiogram.
and a cardiogram.
Yeah.
Wow,
All
in
in
30
like
minutes.
30 minutes.
All in 30
Fucking
minutes.
hell.
It was like speed running. We were speed running health checks, and they even had like fucking splits as well. Because it was just like, all right,
split on that X-ray.
X-ray split done. All right. Blood taking split, let's go. And it literally felt like that because it was like, because I was about like, because I had some problems with my form, so I had to fill out my form again. So I was only about like 5 to 10 minutes behind Connor.
Yeah.
And by the time I had just started my, like, I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
was
call
nearly
it,
done.
I'm gonna call it a conveyor belt because that's what it felt
Yeah.
like. It felt like I was in Chicken Run being processed. So I had just started the process, and Connor was almost done.
Wow.
And it was the most efficient.
Yeah.
Because I saw the list of all the things that get checked up, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this is going to be like an all-day
Yeah,
thing.
you also
Yeah.
have to pee the night before and bring it with you, which I just always feel weird.
Oh, yeah, I do have to do
carrying a vial of
A
my
vial
piss.
of piss.
Who
Yeah.
knows what might arise? So you go into this room, and it's like this really busy place in like Shinjuku, which I imagine a lot of people will go to if they ever work
Yeah.
in Japan. And then there's like you go to this reception area. There's like 12 desks. They're like, all right, come here. You hand the form. They're like, right, go upstairs. You go upstairs.
Yeah.
Everyone's in like medical gowns.
Yeah.
In like
Yeah.
a really fancy office looking thing.
All right.
It's really odd, and it's
Yeah.
basically just a small room, not even that big, with like couches in the middle, and then you can see the like sections, like it's a food court of like what's gonna do what. You can see everyone getting their
Oh,
blood
wow.
taken. You can see
Yeah.
everyone. Like, you see everyone doing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, go in this room, get changed. So you put the medical gown on, you come back in, and then they're like, right, you have a number. So you're literally like a chicken in a farm.
It's like actually chicken.
You
right?
it is. It
you
is.
literally are like a piece of meat being like passed around the different things. You, know?
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta get sanitized, you know. And so they basically just come in, they're like number 124, and then you go in, and then you just have to like hopefully understand what they're saying in
Wow.
Japanese, and
Yeah.
then they tell you. Yeah, it was just fast. It was like boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
But I was like, fuck, dude, I hate blood tests. I hate getting my blood taken.
Yeah.
God, I haven't done that in a while.
And then I was just, yeah.
Yeah. I got to do mine next week. Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
Is it?
No, it's not.
it's as fun as a health check can be because
Right.
it was something that was so alien for me,
Yeah, it was
especially coming
really
from
fast.
the UK, which, you know, big up the NHS for giving everyone free healthcare, but the price you pay for that is that you have to wait for everything.
Yeah.
And when I say everything, even just going to the fucking GP, it's sometimes you're like, you got a fever or something, and I've phoned up my GP, and they're like, oh, we can't.
6 days.
Yeah, we can't book you in until next week, and I'm just like, great. I guess I'll just try to sleep off this.
I guess I'll be
fever
sick
then.
for the next for an entire week then.
And by the time you can
Yeah.
see the GP, you've already most of the time you've already recovered.
Yeah.
I think I never visited the doctor in London, but I booked 3 times to see it when I was like dying, and every
Yeah.
time before the appointment, I got better and I had to cancel it. because it was like, I'm already better. 'Cause
Right.
It's like, it literally takes a week. At least in London, it's worse. But I remember like, I think I thought I broke my arm one time when I was a kid. And I was in the emergency room and I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm gonna have to get an x-ray. And they're like, yep, so come back in a week and a half and we'll give you an x-ray. And I'm like, what? Like, what am I supposed to do in a week? What about my arm? They're like, yeah, just come back in a week and a half. And I'm like, but what do I do till then? They're like, oh, just don't do anything to it. I'm like, what do you mean don't do anything to it? I'm like, what am I supposed to do for a week and a half? Not move my arm? It's so stupid, man.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was so weird going to the Japanese health checkup, and they started off with the X-ray because like when I think X-ray, I'm just like in my head, I'm just like, I'm not getting an X-ray unless it's something serious. So this is obviously like the big checkup. This is the X-ray, but no, they fucking lubed us up with a fucking X-ray, man. Like we went in there and they were just like they go, please go to the X-ray machine. And
it's just like a rectangle on a wall. And you just put your chest against it. It's really odd.
Oh, because when I imagine
that.
X-ray, I imagine like the lying
Yeah.
down. like,
I've always had that. I've always
Same
had
here.
that. It was bizarre. It was,
I've never had an X-ray done before. So.
Yeah, what was weird actually was the cardiogram, which where you like
I've never had that before.
Yeah, I've never had that before. Where
What
you
is
like
that?
lie down on the bed and you kind of feel like a mental patient about to get lobotomized because they put these
suckers on you.
They put these suckers on you, and then they put these appendages on your arms and legs.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, it just kind of feels like you're about to get lobotomized.
I was waiting
or
for like the
something.
electric shock to come. I was like, "Go hit me!" Go. But no, nothing happened. Then they had to lube me up as well. They do that to you.
yeah.
They had to put like lube on you because like I think I had chest hair,
Right.
so it doesn't go. What, Maylene?
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's a natural medical procedure.
Maylene is.
I'm not talking about my in-depth colonoscopy, maybe.
Maylin's off screen just like blushing.
Which, by the way,
like the smallest detail.
I was told if you're over 35, every year you have to have a colonoscopy.
Really?
Yeah, every year you have to have a colonoscopy.
It's because in Japan hemorrhoids is a really common problem. I'm legit serious. Like I think I saw something crazy like 1 in 4 men in Japan have hemorrhoids.
Yeah, Connor was telling me afterwards that he doesn't want a colonoscopy because he's afraid that it'll awaken something.
All I'm saying is like, what if I dig it, man?
What, you gonna like crack a fat on the fucking
Hey,
surgeon
man.
table?
Hey, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because I was momentarily confused. I said colonoscopy. I'm like, wait. I'm like, which end is that?
Which end is that?
And I'm like, because I thought about it. Would you rather something go up your ass or down your throat?
Up my ass.
I thought up my ass.
He thought it was going down your throat, so they check your throat or down like your
No, that's
stomach,
what's that called? That's a different thing, right?
Something else. And I was like totally down. I'm like, all right, fine, put it on my ass, dude. Like,
down my throat, whatever, up my ass.
No, it's the opposite way.
Oh, the opposite
yeah,
way.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
opposite way.
Down.
I'd rather something up my ass than down my throat.
Maylene
take
is
that out of
Maylene, what would you? I'm kidding. Then also, when we were doing this health checkup as well, they would we had like the blood pressure thing with your arm and like the thing in it, which also always feels weird.
The thing that squeezes your arm.
Yeah. And then the doctor was like, "Yeah, you did good on that." And I'm like, "What does that mean? What does that mean? I did
What
good?"
is doing bad?
I'm like, I'm like, explain what did good means. Like your numbers are good. I'm like, yeah, well, explain the fucking numbers to me. What is this supposed to mean? There was like
I put all my attention into my arm to change my blood pressure.
I was doing some like Hunter Nen shit on that thing. I'm like, heart rate 0.
You did like Avatar blood bending shit. It's just like
I was like, I will now make my heart rate 0 so my enemies cannot find me.
No, and then we got our blood taken, and I remember we were before we got our blood taken, we were talking about we were talking about how the Japanese health system. We've all had pretty good experiences with the Japanese health system because we all have like, I don't know why, we all have like that inherent fear that everyone's had a shitty experience when they have taken the blood and they've just missed the vein, right?
Yeah.
And that happened to me. That
Really?
Yeah, that like it was foreshadowing. That happened to me because I knew it as soon as he stuck the needle in. Because you can feel it when like it goes straight to your vein. It feels exactly like the doctor describes. It's just like a prick, right?
Yeah.
And it just comes out. So he sticks this needle in, and I could feel immediately that something was wrong because it was like, that's not a vein, that's muscle, and you start feeling pain, and I felt sorry for anyone who has like a needle phobia, because I'm not like, so I can feel him like kind of twitching the needle around in my arm, and I'm just like, how do I tell him it's not there? How do I tell him it's not there? And he does it for like a full like minute before he realizes, oh, there's no blood coming out. And I look over.
He's just pulling up fat, like
Yeah,
in the
I look over, and there's like, you know, like the vial of blood.
Yeah.
There's like the vial was filled up that much for like the minute he was poking my arm,
probably
and
just
I'm
like
just
the
like
scar tissue.
Yeah, I
blood.
was like, God fucking damn it, man, I knew it. So
I
God.
felt so embarrassed. I was like, fuck, I want to be cool and not like shit myself here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh God. And I was like, oh no, the nurse is cute. Oh no, I can't. I'm
No,
gonna
I
make
think
a fool
with
of
needles,
myself.
I feel needles are the only time where you can bring out your inner pussy and just be
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
I can't look at the needle going in. I like.
Oh,
yeah.
I have to look at the needle going
What
in.
you do?
Yeah. I like, it's on the contrary for me. If he's like, all right, we're going to go in, and if I don't see it and I feel a prick, that scares me.
Joey's just like, he's like, it's going in.
Yeah. No, legit. I have to go hard mode. I'm just be like, do it now.
Wait, so what about staring at you being like pierced helps you?
Because I know when the pain is coming. What? You know what I mean? Like, that's
No, because
what-
then you're expecting the pain.
No,
right?
what's worse for me is unexpected pain. Where I'm just chilling with
it
it. Suddenly it's
doesn't-
like, ow!
You
But-
barely feel it if you don't look though.
No.
Yeah.
I feel it more if I don't look.
What?
Yeah.
Because that's like, have you ever like cut yourself or have like an injury? You don't feel it all day,
Yeah.
and then suddenly you look at it and you're like, wow, there's a cut, and then suddenly you start feeling it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
me. That's me in
exactly,
needles.
same.
Really?
Needle
Because
pain,
every
yeah.
time I get cut, it's just like
I
immediate
can't,
pain.
Like I can't imagine seeing blood literally gush out of my veins and thinking, yeah, that looks like a
Not gonna
painless
lie,
experience.
like during the summer, for instance, like because like during the summer your blood pressure is a lot higher.
Yeah.
So when the blood comes out, it kind of just like gushes out, and I'm just like, oh, that looks sick. I like looking at that. It's kind of cool.
I missed.
Oh my
I
God.
remember I
It's
used
like,
to,
whoa, that's coming out of my body. Fuck.
I remember when I was a kid, they would just give me this like contraption that was just like filled with like paint oil, and it would just like all of it would like you would flip it over and it'd start playing like crazy. And
Yeah.
they should do that to distract me.
To distract
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, because I was like, wow, look at that thing go.
No, I just looked at the vial. I'm like, whoa, that's cool.
That's weird. I can't do that.
Really?
I was just like, I put my hand on the table. I'm like, go ahead.
You smacked it up.
I was like Kawhi there. Go ahead.
Why'd you have to like smack it up?
I'm like, come on, get ready, boy.
Belt in the mouth.
Yeah. I'm like, using mine? We're using mine.
What was weird for me because normally when I get my blood taken, I'm used to it being like a private place.
Yeah, it
you know
was
what I
weird
mean?
that it was
You know
like
what I
in
mean?
front of everyone.
Yeah, and so we had our blood taken like a conveyor belt, and I was just like eyeing up the next guy, the guy next to me
Yeah,
getting
there
his
was
blood taken.
three of us right next to each other's getting our blood taken. It was very odd.
And neither of us could look at the blood getting taken, and we just fucking like met eyes and just like, all right, well, it's
And then
it's
we
like,
kissed.
Yeah, it's like meeting guys in a urinal. But, you know, it's just like, so this is awkward. How's your day going? Oh, that's you look like an O type there. I feel like, fuck you, mate. What are you meant to say, right?
Just trying to strike up any conversation.
I guess it is odd that we kind of made it into a private thing in the West, right? Like, does it
Yeah.
really need to be private getting your blood taken? Like, if
I mean, it doesn't, but I feel more.
I think it's that people would prefer it, right?
I prefer it, but if that means that I can get medical tests way fucking quicker in the UK,
Yeah.
by all means, do my colonoscopy in front of the other patients. I do not mind. Like, let's get this done.
It's like, oh, you cracked the fat too? Same. High five.
If that means I can get it done 20% faster and I can get on with my day,
Yeah, exactly.
gladly,
Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll get my blood. If I faint in front of a group of 20 people, who cares?
That's why in my head I was like, oh, this is going to be an all day thing.
I
Because
thought
a
it was
health
gonna be an
checkup
all-day
anywhere else
I
is
thought
definitely
it
an
was
all
gonna be
day
an
thing,
all-day
right?
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think the worst part was that you couldn't eat or drink anything the night before.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
After like 8 p.m., you have to stop eating and drinking. And
Yeah.
normally that wouldn't be a problem. But when you tell me I can't eat and drink, I'm like, well, fuck, now I want to. Well, now I want to just
Wait,
eat.
you can't even drink water?
Oh, you can drink
No,
water.
you can
right.
drink
Yeah, I was gonna say.
you can drink, but water's the only thing you can drink.
Yeah,
you can't have
right,
any
right.
alcohol.
I was like British people like shaking tea. Ah!
yeah, basically no substance like in your bloodstream the night
Why is
before.
this substance?
Yeah.
What are you taking? God's like,
You gotta put the belt and spoon away. It's like,
God damn it! God damn it! They're gonna see my heroin
Yeah,
veins and
damn it.
everything, man.
it's like, make sure to hit the heroin vein.
It's like, don't worry, I got this. I've done this before. I'm kidding.
This
This is a joke.
No
How'd
one
you
does-
take heroin again? You take a pint of heroin?
Yeah,
Why? That's how you take
it's
it.
a pint. It's a pint, definitely.
Can't believe the Trash Taste Boys make light of drug addicts. How dare they?
Yeah, wow. In case you don't get sarcasm, none of us have done heroin. Okay, let's just want to make that clear. Yet, unless
That's the dark arc of the Trash Tape. No, okay, we should
Trailer
stop joking.
trash tape.
We can stop joking about this. Oh my god.